Yesterday, our boys' basketball teams hosted Assumption here at AMS. Let's start out with some highlights from the 7th grade game. The game was hard fought, but the 7th grade Assumption team prevailed 34-21. Next up, here are some highlights from the 8th grade game. Although our 8th grade team also battled, Assumption took this contest 49-30. Thanks for all of you who came out to support the team. Go Papermakers! Now the rest of this video only applies to grades 6 through 8. So grades 4 through 5 can shut off the video at this point, and we're wishing you a great day. Hey everybody! So here at AMS and CWSA, we have 3 overarching commitments that we ask everybody to do. Be responsible, be respectful, and be safe. Right now I want to talk with you about the top one of these, being responsible for just a bit, specifically as it applies to being in class. Now, let me start with the why. Why this is important is because school exists to learn, and you can't be learning what you need to learn if you're not in class to learn it. The challenge we've been having this is students have not always been responsible enough to get to class on time. People are continually coming tardy, and as a result, the classes are starting later and later, and not as much can be learned in there. There's also a challenge that several people have been taking extra breaks without teacher permission. They're just walking out, and therefore, not much is really being learned during those periods. I'm going to talk about that one a little bit more later, but right now recognize why this is important is because you need to be in class if you're going to learn. So the next question I want to cover is how? How is it possible to be on time? Well, for most of your classes, students are going from one class to another in the same wing. You should be able to get there in 3 minutes. In some cases, people are going from one wing to the other. Hey, you can still be able to get there in 3 minutes. Usually what takes extra time, or why people are tardy, is because you're talking with people, extra time at the locker, you are spending additional time, and simply put, it's not being responsible enough to just get to class on time. Now, I do recognize that there are some times that you have to walk across the entire building, such as if you're going to the gym classes, or if you're going to art or music or band. Now, if you have one of those class changes, please understand being responsible here means you have to be responsible not to spend time talking with people, and you just need to walk there. You can walk between any two classes in this building easily within 3 minutes if you just keep walking. So that would not be the time to go take a bathroom break. That would not be the time to talk with people in the hall or stop at your locker. If you have a long way to go, the way you keep it in 3 minutes is by just going ahead and doing those other things during another class break. So the final big question is what? What happens if you have too many tardies? Well, for starters, too many tardies is 3. If you have 3 or more tardies in a week, then consequences will start to kick in. Now, for the rest of December, the rest of 2021, our policy is going to be that if you have 3 tardies in a week, you'll lose your star card for the following week. Mr. Thomas will run a report every Friday, and we will go ahead and check who's on that list, and he will come collect your star cards that Friday and give them back to you a week later. Now, please note, this policy is evolving. We're looking at things that other buildings are doing, including the high school, and we're going to be putting additional tardy policies in place. But for right now, we need to get started. So please make sure that you're doing your best to be responsible. Do your best to get in class. Now, one side note I want to talk about taking breaks is this. If you need a break to go ahead and go talk to somebody or clear your head, that has to be excused by the teacher. the teacher will call for somebody to come pick you up and give you a break. If you walk out of class and say, I'm going to find somebody and take a break, that is not excused, and whoever the somebodies are will not give you a break and send you right back to class, and that will count as an unexcused absence. So please note, if you need a break, we can work to give you one, but you have to work through your teacher to get one. You can't just go ahead and choose one on your own. So, in summary, we are needing to do something to help everybody be more responsible, and these are our first steps. If you have any questions or concerns, please talk about those in your advisories. But also, come talk to me. Come talk to Mr. Thomas. We're going to keep revising this policy and make it better as we go, but this is where we're going to start out with. So, be responsible. Make sure you get to class on time, and let's learn together. All right, you take care.